Harm in the rain. Red stamp on a discharge paper. Evicted. Bags at Ruth Carter's feet. Door guards block the entry. A black sedan idles by the fire lane. Charles Whitford watches through tinted glass. White hair. Sharp suit. Millionaire care home boss. Ruth stands straight. 72. Brown skin. Steel in her eyes. My heart pills are in that room. Guard answers. Balance unpaid. Maya Carter raises a red binder. Paid. Every line. Phones lift. A neighbor films under a blue umbrella. On-screen caption. Evicted on a rainy curb. If this story moved you, subscribe for new stories each day. Ruth entered Rose Pavilion in spring. Small room. Blue walls. A maple tree outside the window. 2 months steady. Then charges swelled. Convenience fee. Linen fee. Safety check. Transport readiness with no trip. Maya kept a ledger. Dates. Staff initials. Bank statements. David Carter called the office. Calm voice. Send itemized bills with codes. Clerk stalled. System updating. Ruth felt cuts in service. Fewer therapy minutes. 1 blanket gone. A nurse whispered, orders from upstairs. Friday letter hit like a slap. Past due. Vacate Monday. No hearing. No appeal. No meds listed for transfer. Ana Morales, night nurse, steps outside. Scrubs wet. I did not sign off on this. Where are the meds? Maya asks. In the locked cart. Ana says. Record frozen. Rain starts. Ruth sits on a folding chair. She tucks cold hands under her shawl. She looks at the maple tree. I am still here. David calls Medicaid from the sidewalk. Agent checks Ruth's number. Coverage active. The sedan stays. Charles stares. His driver whispers, leave. Charles says, wait. Lorraine Hayes crosses with red umbrella. I record. You hold receipts. We stand. Ana brings a tote. Blanket. Bible. Peppermints. No pills. Bring the meds. Maya says. Locked. Ana repeats. Manager said no. A guard shifts toward Ruth. David steps between them. Back up. 2 patrol cars roll in. 1 officer studies both sides. Civil matter. Keep space. Ruth names allies. Call Pastor Lila. Call Aisha Grant at Legal Aid. Call Mr. Bishop at the Ombudsman office. Aisha answers. Bring every page. Emergency hearing at 9. On screen caption, public hearing today. Maya flips a receipt that shows nurse visit, billed under a nurse on leave. Lorraine's video shows Ruth outside at that same hour. The lie is visible. New viewers lean in. Kitchen table turns into a case room. Maya sorts papers by month. Blue tabs for banking. Green for lease terms. Red for add-ons. David cross-checks dates with Ruth's calendar. A fall risk fee billed while Ruth sat in church. A memory coaching charged during a family video call. Ana texts from a spare phone. I will testify. Aisha sends a checklist. ID power of attorney. Lease. Itemized bills. Statute on resident rights. Maya writes a cover page on the binder. 1 word. Receipts. The hearing. Room 204. Ombudsman Harold Bishop sits at center. 2 board members on each side. Ruth enters in a blue dress. Pearls. Cane polished. Maya sets the binder on the table. David carries a box with photos, bank printouts, and the lease. Aisha brings a statute book. Lorraine sets a phone on a small tripod. Charles steps in with 2 lawyers. Navy suit. White square. No glance at Ruth. Harold opens. We hear a wrongful discharge claim. We hear a debt claim. We follow facts. Charles speaks first. Premium care. Long grace. Balance still unpaid. Harold asks for proof. Charles slides a 1-page total. No codes. Aisha stands. We submit itemized receipts. Codes. Signatures. Bank proof. Maya flips the binder. Month 1. Paid in full. Month 2. Paid in full. Month 3. New fees without consent. Laundry billed twice. Nurse visits billed under a nurse on leave. Transport billed with no trip. Anna raises her hand. Add-on targets in staff meetings. No orders for extra checks. No memory sessions logged by me. A board member asks, were add-ons tied to bonuses? Anna nods. Yes. David slides a photo of the staff calendar. The nurse on leave marked in red. For visits billed under her ID. Harold looks at Charles. Explain. Charles stares at the paper. Audit pending. Aisha taps the statute. 30-day notice in a care plan meeting before discharge, unless danger exists. No meeting. No danger note. Resident placed on a curb. Meds withheld. Harold studies Lorraine's time-stamped frames. Guards at the door. Sedan in the fire lane. Ruth on a chair in rain. His jaw tightens. Ruth speaks. I worked 40 years. I paid bills. I fold towels when machines fail. A home owes a chair by a window, not a plastic seat in storm. Harold lifts his hand. Ruling. Eviction void, Harold says. Reinstatement within 24 hours. Med access within 2 hours. Daily fine for delay. 12-month billing audit. Third-party monitor appointed. Whistleblower shield. Owner must issue a written apology by week's end. Charles's lawyer asks for a pause. Denied, Harold says. The curb scene erased that request. Ruth presses her palm to her chest. One nod. Aisha turns to Anna. Thank you for truth. Anna wipes one eye. Residents kept me brave. Harold says one more line to Charles. You run a home. Start acting like one. Sun replaces rain. Ruth holds Maya's arm. David carries the box. Lorraine films smiles for once. Anna texts from the pavilion. Room clean. Fresh sheets. Meds ready. The sedan pulls in. Charles stays in the back seat. Silent. Under the maple tree. Ruth breathes slow. Place a chair here on bright days. A tech rolls one over. Any day. Staff line the hall. Mixed faces. Shame. Relief. Quiet thanks. The nurse with the cart hands over the med bin. I followed orders yesterday, she says. I will not repeat that. Ruth nods. Care for the residents. Care for yourself. 2 days later, a monitor arrives. Denise Powell, former state surveyor. Clipboard. Steady walk. She posts a resident rights sheet in large print at every entry and elevator. Line 1. No discharge without a care plan meeting and written notice, unless danger exists. Line 2. Meds travel with the resident during any transfer. Line 3. Bills list codes and signatures. Harold hosts a follow-up forum. Residents, families, aides, nurses, 3 reporters. Denise explains the posted rule, the hotline, the refund plan, short words. A staff member asks, what if a boss pushes add-ons again? Denise answers, say no, call the hotline, document, protection stands. A family member asks, how do we read a bill? Maya shares a 1-page guide. Circle the services you saw. Mark a question for lines you did not see. Ask for codes and signatures. Ask for the time. Ask for the nurse's name. Ruth stands last. I did not seek revenge. I seek respect. A home holds people. A curb holds none. The room goes quiet. Then hands meet. Not a roar. A promise. She holds a staff meeting in the dining room. She reads the rules. She invites questions. She shields the first voice. Anna asks for a hotline for pressure and fraud. Denise writes a number on the board and sends it by text to all staff. Maya starts a family council. 1 chair for management. A mic for anyone with a story. David builds a simple site for bills. Families upload redacted copies. They tag fishy lines. Denise bans 5 add-ons in 1 day. Charles writes an apology. First draft sounds like spin. Denise sends it back. Use real words. Second draft opens with Ruth's name. We failed Ruth Carter. We failed the law. We failed our duty. We will repair harm. The audit runs 12 months. Results show thousands in add-ons with no signature. The board orders refunds. Checks leave the desk. Families breathe out. Evening light through the lobby glass. Maple leaves glow. Chairs in rows. Residents in sweaters. Aides in fresh scrubs. Family at the walls. A mic on a simple stand. Denise Powell opens with one line. Rules stand on the wall and in practice. She points to the poster. Large print. Every line clear. Harold Bishop sits near the front. Calm hands. Watchful eyes. Charles Whitford walks in. No driver. No pocket square. Navy suit without shine. A folder in both hands. Face pale. Maya rises. Binder on her lap. David stands behind her. Lorraine frames a shot wide. No rush. No chase. Ruth sits in row 2. Blue dress. Pearls. Cane across her knees. Chin high. Charles stops at the mic. He unfolds the paper. Hands shake. He reads, "We failed Ruth Carter. We failed law. We failed duty. We froze a record. We blocked meds. We charged for services without proof. We used rain and a curb when a chair and a plan belonged in this story. We face audit and refund orders. We accept both." No one claps. Silence holds weight. Charles lowers the page. "I asked for time to repair harm." Denise answers from the aisle. "Repair already started. Refunds move on a schedule. Hotline works. Monitor stays." A home aide raises a hand. Young face. Tired eyes. Pressure for add-ons broke backs. Will that pressure end? Denise nods. Targets tied to unnecessary services end tonight. Anyone hears a restart called hotline. A grandfather in a bald cap speaks from row 4. "My wife passed here last fall. I held that bill in both hands and felt small. Thank you for the refund. Thank you for the rule on the wall." Anna steps close to the mic. Staff felt fear. Many stayed anyway. Residents carried staff through nights with prayer and jokes and small songs. Staff owe residents better. Staff will give better. Maya walks to the front. She holds up a one-page guide. "Families, take this. Circle service lines you saw. Mark a question beside stranger lines. Ask for codes. Ask for signatures. Ask for timestamps. Ask for names." David adds 3 envelopes to a tray at the table. Refund checks for 3 widows who spoke last month. Hands reach. Eyes water. No cheers. Relief only. Ruth stands with help from Maya. She faces a room. A home holds bodies and souls. A curb holds neither. Hold one another. Hold leaders to truth. Phones lower. Heads bow. A quiet vow moves through the hall. Lesson. Steps for any family. Ask for an itemized bill with codes and signatures. File a written request for a care plan meeting before any discharge. Log dates, names, and times. Keep a binder. Bring a witness. 2 is stronger. Call the ombudsman when discharge skips due process. Praise staff who act with heart. Names open doors. Push for resident rights on the wall in large print. Share a 1-page bill guide with your family. Ruth sits by the window. Sun on leaves. Shawl on shoulders. A small radio hums with gospel. Anna brings pills on time. A fresh dressing. A smile that reaches her eyes. Maya updates council notes. Bold headers. Clean lines. Phone numbers at work. David tracks refunds. Green for paid. Yellow for pending. Lorraine drops a tray in the break room. A note reads, "For hard nights and brave mornings." Denise emails the board. Monitor stays 3 months. Rules stay forever. Charles moves to a smaller office across town. No driver waits outside. Thank you for watching till the end. Subscribe to Echoes of Black Struggles. Share with one elder who deserves respect today.